Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're digging into your source material, really looking at this idea of a fraying tapestry, how society's connections are, well, slowly coming apart.
Exactly. And it's more than just, a sad story here. We're trying to pull out an analytical model using this father and son, Leo and Jake, to see how tech changes lead to economic fear
Right.
and how that fear then splits people apart. Personally, politically, we're really tracking that whole systemic decline.
Okay, let's unpack that. It starts interestingly in this very kind of timeless place, doesn't it? Leo, the machinist, in that old diner. You've got the chipped mug, the smell of coffee and onions. It feels stable, but it's a world that's basically disappearing from under him.
And the very first thread pulled is technological disruption.
Yeah.
The sources are pretty blunt about it. Leo's skills, his specific knowledge built up over decades, just made obsolete, replaced by automated arms and silent, efficient robots.
And the speed of it is crucial, right? It wasn't gradual. No time to adapt, really.
No, really.
Which slams right into the next piece, economic inequality. The plant closing wasn't just a news headline. It was this, slow motion catastrophe for the town.
That's a good way to put it. You have neighbors suddenly talking in these hushed, anxious tones about foreclosures. That's the despair, the foundation for what comes next.
Because that fear, that economic anxiety, it doesn't stay locked up in bank accounts. It poisons the community.
Absolutely. That's the breakdown of social cohesion. The basic social glue just dissolves. Potlucks, town picnics, that stuff.
Gone.
Gone. Replaced by suspicion, even resentment between people who used to be in the same boat.
So economic collapse leads straight to social collapse. And that isolation, that resentment, it needs a target.
Which brings us right into the family, the father and son. Political polarization personified.
Yeah, Jake, the son, he's living online, speaking this language of, memes, trending hashtag.
Right, and this simmering, nameless anger, as the source puts it.
It's a chasm right there in the living room.
And it's interesting how the sources frame Jake's anger. The enemy, this they, keeps shifting politicians one day, city people the next, maybe the media.
Right.
It makes you wonder, though, are the sources maybe oversimplifying it a bit? Is it just nameless anger, or are there maybe legitimate issues buried under all that extreme rhetoric?
That's a fair question. But whatever the root cause, what's definitely fueling it is the spread of misinformation.
Oh, absolutely.
Your notes call it a poison, turning complex problems into simple slogans, turning neighbors into, caricatures. It just strips out all the nuance.
And when nuance disappears, the whole system starts to buckle. All the shouting politicians, the scary headlines, it creates this feeling of powerlessness.
Which naturally leads to the decay of trust in institutions. People lose faith in government, the media, even local leaders.
And then the unspoken rules, the democratic norms, they start getting dismantled, brick by brick, as the source says.
It's a chilling phrase. And ultimately, all this decay, this rot, it shows up physically.
Yeah, the ending image is powerful. Jake coming back from some violent protest.
With that faint bruise blooming on his cheek, it's like a physical symptom of the whole societal sickness.
Exactly. It underlines that this isn't some sudden crash. It's a quiet erosion, just heartbreakingly slow.
So summing it up, the key takeaway for you listening is that this unraveling is described as slow, inexorable.
Right. No big bang, just silence, leaving behind only these loose, disconnected threads where a strong community used to be.
So what does all this mean for you right now? Maybe think about the difference between a sudden disaster like a war or a natural catastrophe and this quiet, creeping loss of connection and trust over years, maybe decades.
Which one is actually harder to see happening? And, maybe more importantly, which one is harder to fix once it's taken hold?
Take a look around your own community. What's the fabric, the tapestry really made of today? Something to think about.